All right, so here he is, the #1 welterweight contender, getting set to challenge for the UFC's 170-pound title. Took a long winning streak in many years for him to realize this opportunity. He is not taking it lightly. He has said all here during fight week he's appreciative. Maximize it and lead as not just a contender, but a UFC champion. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion in a division full of killers. He has remained the hunted at 170 pounds. Now, unquestionably staring at his toughest challenger to date. Can he go back home as the champion? If he can, another chapter to one of the greatest welterweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. So 2 years, the gap in age, some differences in height and reach. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 30 wins, 13 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Rafael dos Anjos.
Hired you for the championship. You've been giving your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
Ready. You ready to fight? All right, here we go with round 1, and sometimes when you have a closely contested matchup on paper, grappler versus grappler, we see a striking affair, but all indications are these guys are going to try to clinch and try to do what got them to the finish.
They will try to clinch, right? They may try and strike, but ultimately, John, they are grapplers at their core. And at their core, they need to be in contact. The only issue is, normally, for both of these guys, when they're in these grappling exchanges, they never face anyone that's as diverse or as good in these positions as they are tonight. They get mirror images of themselves.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the
fight. You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
I mean, how many can he take? Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Kamaru Usman. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Now Usman really getting the ground and pound going, DC. You got to hip escape. You got to do something to get out of harm's way.
You have to move. You have to be doing something. Usman's one of the best grapplers from the top that you've ever seen. Unbelievable awareness. Knows how to control the hips. He doesn't give you any outs when he's on top of you.
I mean, how many can he take? Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
I mean, how many can he take? Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Dos Anjos. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered, he's been beat, and now this guy's trying to find the right time to land the strike that is the fight.
Under a minute to go in our opening round. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Kamaru Usman. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. 102 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman.
Big kick lands. Oh.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Takedown lands.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the bond. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you would.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
All right, here we go with our second round now. Rafael dos Anjos. And that man, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, He's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off. Beautiful leg kick thrown.
Stuffs the takedown. All right, so now we're on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Sound strike on the ground.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Tags him with the left. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Usman. Showing no signs of slowing down. Already 130 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman. And the accuracy numbers landing at a 73% clip tonight thus far against RDA.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Solid strike on the ground. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Dos Anjos. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Just over 2 minutes now to go. Usman's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah,
somehow.
he loved it. I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard. Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep.
Oh, this might be tight.
It's very tight. The moment he's... Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
And there it is.
Wow! Wow! What a performance!
Yeah, that is high-level grappling right there as he gets the win tonight here by way of submission. And he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, a man that needs no introduction, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and your winner tonight by way of spectacular submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to arm triangle choke and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian
Well, he came in a confident #1 contender. He leaves as the undisputed best welterweight in the world, and I say that because he didn't just come in here and wrest the belt away from the champion. He submitted the guy, and rather emphatically. So you're looking at him, that is the new UFC welterweight champion, and as he celebrates in the corner, you can't help but think that this could be an extended run for him here at 170 pounds.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. This should be good. 5 rounds if needed to determine the UFC's welterweight champion. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Well, he's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Nice job there to find a home for that jab. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
Single collar tie here.
Right hand punch from the clinch.
All right, so there's the early takedown. He told us on Thursday he didn't necessarily see a path to victory if he couldn't get takedowns. That is certainly a good sign.
Right away, he got the takedown. I don't believe they could have imagined that it would work so well so early. Great job.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Nice hammer fist. Usman going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to link.
Dos Anjos is trying to lock up on a submission now.
He's attacking armbar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Submission beautifully executed there on the ground. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
And there he is, the UFC welterweight champion of the world. What a moment for him here tonight as he earns the victory by submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called to stop to this contest at 2 minutes of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out. And still, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Rafael dos Anjos.
All right, so his welterweight greatness continues tonight and still UFC champion. I think on nights like tonight, you're glad you don't fight at 170 pounds. This dude's a problem.
I mean, he is a problem for anybody. Anybody within the weight area. If he decides to go up, he's a problem at 185. He decides to go down, he's a problem at 155. He is just that good a fighter. Congratulations to the champ on retaining his title.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round 1. And DC, I know you have said to anyone within earshot, if you like grappling, this is the matchup for you.
This is the matchup for you. You may as well be in a gymnasium somewhere watching a jiu-jitsu or a combat sambo competition, because these guys are trying to both get the fight to the floor, and they're trying to get bragging rights, because no one has the accomplishments of these two in the grappling realm. So if one of them can secure a submission, it only will...
Oh! Huge right hand!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh, that's a good strike there by Dos Anjos. Quick level change now.
He went single into a high cross. Oh, he's taking his dude for a ride. Big slam takedown. That was beautiful.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Usman going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Usman's pass attempt denied. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Under 3 minutes remain in round one. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Dos Anjos. Able to land the single ground strike there. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land. He's trying to land effective strikes.
Side control now. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Usman. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kamaru here. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
It's a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
Well, it's one thing to earn a UFC title. It's another thing to get it done emphatically the way he did tonight. The undisputed UFC welterweight champion, your winner by way of submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman.
So there he is, the newly minted UFC welterweight champion. You had to look far and wide for people who were picking him in this spot tonight. As Dominic Cruz said, when you became the double champ, he got it done.
Not many people expected him to win. Those three guys that walked to the octagon with him were sure that...
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. UFC welterweight championship is up for grabs right now.
What a punch.
combination lands for him. It was hard to see a miss in that sequence. He's put it all together.
I mean, everything is just flowing. He's like in a zone. It's like the basketball who becomes twice its size. This guy today is looking at focus mitts in his opponent.
Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Single collar tie now.
Big knee lands.
And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off the strikes.
Both fighters here continuing to watch. There's so a near perfect entry there, and finally he gets his first takedown of the fight, and they say if at first you don't succeed, try again. Was able to get him down there.
Persistence pays, and that's what we saw with this young man. Over and over, the Kimura is not the arm, it's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura. Oh, now he's in trouble. What a beautiful Kimura finish by this great fighter.
And I don't care how high your threshold is for pain. When you're in that compromised state, better to tap and fight another day.
It's so crazy because people think the pressure's on your arm. It's all your shoulder. When somebody has a really good Kimura, it feels like they're going to break your shoulder. That's why you have to tap.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, a man that needs no introduction, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and your winner tonight by way of spectacular submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 43 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Rafael dos Anjos.
All right, so a lot of people like the challenger tonight, but it goes to the champion. Congratulations to the still UFC welterweight king, and going to take a big effort, I would think, to dethrone this.
Yeah, he is just a great fighter. He does everything so well, and the confidence that he brings into the octagon on fight night is unmatched by anybody in this division.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so here we go with round one, grappler versus grappler. This was probably the wrong week for me to skip combat sambo class, but what are your expectations for this one?
I expect these guys to come together, man. I expect them to come together, and we're going to see some fantastic throws, and not only just fantastic throws, but just jockeying for position. Even though it may not look that these guys are doing much, the little details in the underhooks, in the clinches, in the foot.
Oh! Huge right hand!
To throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Huge block there. Changes his quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates ahead outside to a high crotch. Oh my God, he switched the lock to a high crotch, rotated him and took him for a ride. That was a big takedown.
Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in the gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Now Usman really getting the ground and pound going, DC. You got to hip escape. You got to do something to get out of harm's way.
You have to move. You have to be doing something. Usman's one of the best grapplers from the top that you've ever seen. Unbelievable awareness. Knows how to control the hips. He doesn't give you any out when he's on top of you. Get yourself to the side. Scramble.
Just over 2 minutes to go. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often. Massive knee lands from the tie clinch.
So 58 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman.
Stuffed massive takedown tip land.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, side control now. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, useful strike on the ground that was. Usman's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. 30 seconds now to go in the round. 20 seconds to go in round one. I mean, how many can he take? Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Watch a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, so a crowd-pleasing 5 minutes in the books. DC, take us through some of the highlights, man.
Punch after punch landed right on his opponent's face. He did a great job of finding his target, locking in, and then getting his fist to the target in that round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway.
Beautiful strike. Oh, big elbow. Big head kick land.
Takedown defense holds up. A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
And they separate. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. Dos Anjos not having it. And they separate.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, nice hook there by Dos Anjos. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the jump.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands.
83 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman, and landing with 70% accuracy against Rafael dos Anjos. Well, he's up, but oh, is he hurt. And they separate. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Nice straight punch.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. Oh, and he gets the takedown. Useful. Usman's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. 3 minutes. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck, and he will have to submit.
Oh, looks like he's going for an armbar here. How tight is that?
An attacking armbar. Oh.
And this might just be a matter of time. Tonight, high-level grappling.
I mean, he had to tap. If he did not tap, this man is not opposed to snapping his arm.
Right.
Sometimes it's better to live to fight another day, but hats off to this fighter on a great submission victory.
Kamaru Usman! All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled. He's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
And there he is, the UFC welterweight champion of the world. What a moment for him here tonight as he earns the victory by submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman.
All right, so there is a new world order at 170 pounds. Congrats to the new UFC welterweight champion of the world.
I can't say I'm surprised. We've seen this guy on his journey to this championship. At every step, he looked fantastic. And tonight, that continued in dethroning the long-reigning champion.